Alright, we finally got a good episode of The Last of Us in Season 2. Season 2, Episode 6, spoilers ahead. This episode was actually enjoyable, and I have one major thought as to why. First, I want to go over some of my favorite parts of this episode to give context to that reason later. This episode consists of flashbacks, starting with Joel as a teenager with his dad. We get a little peek into what Joel's upbringing was like, with his dad being an abusive father who is trying his best just to do a little bit better than what his dad did. From there, it goes through a series of flashbacks consisting of Ellie's birthdays over the years. In the first one, Joel gives her a cake with the name spelled wrong as Eli instead of Ellie, and he ends up giving her the guitar and says that, hey, I'm going to actually follow up on my word and teach you how to play. This obviously becomes a big part of Ellie and her way to connect with Joel, especially after he has passed. The next birthday, we get to see her getting caught with a girl, getting caught doing drugs, and getting her tattoo. All of these are major parts of Ellie's development. Actually, I think I skipped ahead. Before that, one of her birthdays was a gift of Joel bringing her to this museum where she climbs on top of the dinosaur, and then they go into the planetarium portion of the museum. This scene was great. It's basically a one-for-one copy of the game. Ellie is a big fan of space, and Joel knows that and was able to bring her to this planetarium, and it was a very special and emotional moment, especially when she got into the spacecraft, has the helmet on, and is listening to the track of actual astronauts fly out into space. I think this scene actually shows a little bit more of the human aspect of both of these characters. Since they're in this world full of infected, I feel like sometimes they don't get to enjoy the simple things. So this part was very heartwarming. And then the next birthday, that's the one, with the girl who gave Ellie the tattoo. And after that moment, we really started to see the tension between Ellie and Joel grow. Ellie is resenting Joel for lying to her of what happened in Seattle. But she's not fully ready to face the truth and doesn't communicate her feelings with Joel, possibly because Joel isn't the best at communicating his feelings either. Then from that, we get to see what actually happens with Eugene, where Ellie and Joel are out on patrol and they get a radio call that something bad's happened nearby, and they go and check it out. When they get there, they find out that a few of the people have been bitten and are infected, and Eugene has been bitten but is steady. He hasn't transitioned into being infected yet. This part was nice to see because it added to the game. It didn't take anything away. Which brings me to my point of why this was a good episode. They didn't change anything of who these characters are fundamentally. When readapting media, it's okay to change the story a little bit, but you have to stay true to who the character